Good afternoon. I'm Alan Unell, and this series of videos is Healthcare Advocacy, where we address problems in the healthcare system and try to take actions to make a better system for all of us. Today we're going to talk about reproductive rights, and no surprise, reproductive rights need our help. Down below in the YouTube description box is a link to the Healthcare Advocacy newsletter that is the text for this video. All of the backup material and references and links, and my God, this one has tons of them, are in that newsletter. Okay, so we're going to talk about proposals in Congress that are nefarious. In particular, we're going to talk about Senate Bill 4296. It could be used to actually track pregnant women nationwide. Senator Katie Britt, a Republican of Alabama, introduced a bill, Senate Bill 4296, to create a federal database to store information on pregnant people and pregnancy services. The bill is titled More Opportunities for Moms to Succeed. Isn't that cute? MOMS is the acronym. It's intended to support pregnant women with free government-paid services. Unclear is whether the pregnancies would be listed on a national registry. That's so nefarious. Why it matters. Senator Britt portrayed the MOMS Act as providing critical support to women. She neglected to mention in her press release that the legislation would create a website titled www.pregnancy.gov, a federal clearinghouse featuring resources about anti-abortion centers known as crisis pregnancy centers, which are not medical centers. They're used to typically scare women into not having an abortion by people who are not doctors or nurses or any healthcare providers. They are just anti-abortion people. Anyway, the MOMS Act is endorsed by, get this, Susan B. Anthony, Pro-Life America, Americans United for Life, March for Life Action, National Right to Life Committee, and the Family Policy Alliance. These are all extreme Christian pro-life organizations. The bill notes that the website's users will consent for their contact information to be used by the government, which will conduct outreach via phone and email to share additional resources that would be helpful, and now they know you're pregnant. What is true? What is the true purpose of the legislation? It seems to echo the dystopian forced pregnancy scenarios from The Handmaid's Tale. Senator Britt's press release contains a telling detail in its second sentence. The number of U.S. births in 2023 was the lowest since 1979, and the total fertility rate in America hit an all-time low last year. The bill explicitly prohibits any organization that performs, induces, refers for, counsels in favor of abortions from receiving funding or being listed on the new pregnancy.gov website. This includes a wide range of OBGYN and sexual health clinics nationwide. In Senator, you can read, I'm not going to go into it, but down below is a link to her view of the act in its own words, and there is another link about pregnancy trackers and data privacy. And you know what? I would go read that stuff if I was you. It is important to protect yourself when that stuff goes on, because law enforcement in some states have been going after women who seek out abortion information. In fact, one mom was convicted in, I think, Ohio, just based on text messages that she shared with her daughter about abortions, and she was convicted. Anyway, here's an action we can take. Let's let our senators know that the MOMS Act is an affront to women and their reproductive health and bodily autonomy. You can contact them at a link that I have there, or you can use ResistBot, the easy way, on your cell phone. Send a text to 50409. The text message you send is sign, SIGN, space, PDDNTJ. That's sign, PDDNTJ. And essentially I'm not going to read the whole email for you, but essentially you'll tell them that the MOMS Act is a piece of garbage and that it has the ability to collect data on people who may be pregnant for God knows what reason. It references crisis pregnancy centers. It is just horrible. And it, of course, has nothing to do with abortion or pregnancy management. The bill is a sham. Okay, there's more things coming about abortion on the ballot. Ballot measures are coming in 8 states. They have a good chance of putting the right to an abortion in place. So let's take a look at which states are possible. There's a signature drive underway, and it needs to gather 384,000 signatures in Arizona, valid signatures, by July 4th. Arizona's ballot measure is a constitutional right to abortion until fetal viability. Remember, that's what Roe v. Wade was. With later abortions allowed to protect the woman's physical or mental health. There's a link, you can read more about it there. Florida, advocates have already collected 1 million signatures to put a state constitutional amendment in place to legalize abortion until viability on the ballot. Colorado, the Colorado ballot measure adds constitutional protections for abortion, including requiring Medicaid and private health insurers to cover it. Enough signatures are in place to put it on the 2024 ballot. Maryland voters will vote in November 2024 to enshrine the right to abortion in the state's constitution. Enough signatures have already been secured. There's a link, you can read about it in the newsletter. Arkansas, an amendment to allow abortion in the first 18 weeks of gestation is proposed. It will allow abortion later in pregnancy in cases of rape, incest, threat to the woman's health or life. It's really important that it says health or life, or if the fetus is unlikely to survive birth. Those are the cases that typically occur late in pregnancy. And you know what? A lot of states that say we have an exception for the life of the mother, they wait until she's in the ICU. You can't do that, because what happens then, it's too late, they lose fertility and can die having the abortion. It is horrible. Anyway, ballot advocates have to collect 90,704 signatures. You can read about it. They need it by July 5th. Maybe you can help them. Missouri abortion rights advocates turned in 380,000 signatures already. They only needed 171,000 for a measure to approve a constitutional amendment guaranteeing abortion until viability. Link, you can read more about it. Nebraska, advocates are collecting 125,000 signatures by July 5th to vote on a constitutional amendment to protect abortion rights until viability. If you're in Nebraska, maybe you can help. There's a link, you can read more. Nevada's abortion amendment provides abortion access until fetal viability or to protect the health of the pregnant person. It would be enshrined in the state's constitution. In April, supporters have already collected the 110,000 signatures needed to place the amendment on the ballot in 2024. You can read more data projections from the Census Bureau that the proposed changes delete that last sentence. Error on my part. That's pretty much what I have for you today. Down below, you can like, share, subscribe. You can put comments in there for me and I will answer them. You can also send requests for research to healthcareadvocacy1@gmail.com. Sorry I lost my place back there, but you know, old age is taking over. Okay, take the action. Make the Senate vote down the mom's bill. Have a good day and be a good advocate.